What is up, everyone? Chlorine King here, and thanks for tuning in for another one. If you live in Florida, or really anywhere along the coast, hurricane season is something that every pool owner needs to take seriously. And one of the biggest mistakes I see homeowners make is waiting until the very last moment to prepare their pool. The good news is that with a little planning, your swimming pool can actually help protect your property during a storm instead of becoming another thing you have to worry about afterwards. Today I'm going to walk you through how to properly prepare your pool for a hurricane before the storm arrives, what you should do with your equipment, and some common mistakes you absolutely want to avoid and that will make your life easier afterwards. Let's start with the number one mistake I see every hurricane season: draining of the pool. A lot of homeowners think that they should lower the water level or just completely drain the pool before the storm. And in most cases, that's the wrong thing to do. Your pool is designed to hold water. That water provides weight and stability and is actually what holds your pool in the ground. If you remove too much water and the ground becomes saturated from heavy rain, you can actually create a situation where the pool wants to float or shift out of the ground. Just Google popped pools and you'll see exactly what I mean. I hear of new pop pools virtually every hurricane season because homeowners think it's a great idea to just drain their pool completely. Just don't. That's a very expensive problem that no homeowner wants to deal with because you're essentially starting from scratch. And generally speaking, you want to keep your pool full and maintain the normal operating water levels. If you know your area is expecting extreme rainfall, lowering the water level a few inches may be appropriate, but I also like to make sure I keep enough water in the pool so the skimmer can still operate fully. Drain the pool only if specifically directed by a qualified pool professional. Capiche? And for the love of God, do not, and I repeat, do not put your patio furniture in your pool. Not only are we not going to fish it out for you afterwards, you're also putting your pool's surface at risk. Just don't do it. More on that here down below. Now let's talk about water chemistry. Before the storm arrives, make sure your pool is clean and balanced. Brush the walls, vacuum any debris, empty the skimmer baskets, and of course the pump basket. The cleaner your pool is before the hurricane, the easier it will be to recover afterwards. And I also recommend bringing your chlorine level up slightly above normal. Heavy rain, debris, organic contamination, that all can quickly consume chlorine during and after a storm. Giving the pool a little extra sanitizer beforehand also helps provide a buffer. Make sure your pH, alkalinity, stabilizer levels are also all in range. A balanced pool will recover much faster than one that was already struggling before the storm arrived. And this will give your pool's chemistry its best shot in protecting your pool from the incoming storm. Now let's discuss equipment protection. Your pool equipment is often one of the most vulnerable parts of the entire system. If local officials are recommending evacuations or severe flooding is expected, you should shut your power to your pool equipment off at the breaker before the storm arrives. This helps protect pumps, automation systems, heaters, salt systems, and other electrical components from power surges and electrical damage. If you have portable items around the equipment pad such as chemical containers, pool toys, poles, brushes, or vacuum equipment, secure them as well or move them indoors. Hurricane force winds can turn almost anything into a projectile. Speaking of projectiles, let's talk about patio furniture. Walk around your pool area and remove anything that can become airborne. Chairs, tables, umbrellas, planters, toys, floats, basketball hoops, and also even decorative items should be brought inside or secured in a protected location. I've seen patio furniture end up in swimming pools, through screen enclosures, and even against neighboring homes. And taking a few minutes to secure these items can prevent thousands of dollars in damage. And again, do not put this stuff in your pool unless you enjoy fishing it out afterwards yourself, along with possibly damaging your surface and introducing metals to your pool water. And also, don't count on your pool professional to fish the furniture out afterwards for you. This is not considered routine weekly service. Now let's address one of the most common questions I get every hurricane season. Should you put your pool cover on before a hurricane? In many cases, the answer is no. Most standard pool covers are not designed to withstand hurricane force winds. Strong winds can damage the cover, tear anchors out of the deck, or create additional problems. In some situations, a cover can actually collect debris and become more difficult to manage afterwards. Always follow the manufacturer's recommendations for your specific cover, and if you're unsure, consult with your local pool professional before the storm arrives. See this continuing theme? Another thing many homeowners overlook is trimming nearby trees and landscaping. If you have branches hanging over the pool, consider trimming them well before the hurricane season even starts. While you can't eliminate every risk, reducing potential debris sources can significantly reduce cleanup time after the storm. Now let's talk about what happens after the hurricane passes. First and foremost, safety comes first. Do not approach flooded electrical equipment or damaged power lines. Wait until conditions are safe and utilities have been restored. Once it's safe, inspect your equipment for visible damage before restoring power. Check the pump, filter, automation system, heater, and electrical connections. If you have any questions or concerns, consult with your local pool professional first before doing anything. Next, remove large debris from your pool manually. Use a leaf rake or skimmer net to remove branches, leaves, and other debris before starting the filtration system. Test the water chemistry as soon as possible. Hurricanes often include contaminants, debris, dirt, and excessive rainwater into the pool. Expect to adjust the chlorine, pH, alkalinity, stabilizer, and even your calcium levels. Run the filtration system continuously until the water clears up. And depending on how much debris entered the pool, you may need to clean the filter multiple times during the recovery process. And one final tip, take pictures of your equipment in your pool area before the storm arrives. If damage does occur, having pre-storm photos can be incredibly helpful for insurance claims and documentation. So let's do a quick recap. Keeping the pool full and avoid draining it. Balance the water and raise chlorine levels slightly before the storm. Clean the pool thoroughly. Secure furniture, toys, loose items. Shut the power off to the equipment if severe weather or flooding is expected. Don't automatically install a pool cover unless it's designed for hurricane conditions. And after the storm, inspect everything carefully before restarting the system. So that's it for this one, everyone. I hope this video helped you feel more at ease in prepping your pool for a hurricane. A little preparation before the hurricane can save you a lot of money, time, and frustration afterward. So stay safe, everyone, this hurricane season. Protect your family, protect your property, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.